I'd like to say, I'd like to thank you guys for giving me my life back. I really didn't have any hope until I met you guys. I was getting growth and I was doing well, and I was doing really well with the stem cell therapy, but there was just something missing. My name is Matt Sinclair. I'm from Cape Coral, Florida, and 53, be 54 here coming in October. And I heard about the sport performance facility through Ed and Scott in Tijuana at CPI. Well, what led me to get stem cell injections and do stem cell therapy was I just wasn't happy with the medical approach here in the United States. It wasn't really working. I had done a knee surgery a few years back, and it just was not good at all. And I think what it is the doctors here, they'll say it's a simple meniscus surgery, and then basically what they'll do is they'll go in there and just tear it up, butcher it, and then next thing you know, 6 months later, you need a knee replacement. So I was to the point where basically I was already researching CPI before that, and that was my last resort. I would tell anybody now I would not even think about doing surgery. I'd just go directly straight through and just do the stem cells, go to CPI. But there's a great facility. I've had great luck with them, and yeah, that's been very good. Well, right now it's very important for me to be active in the life that I am right now, because where I'm at in life, I should say. Basically, I'm getting to the point where I want to retire or semi-retire, and I've been doing construction now for well into 38, 39 years. And basically, it's, everything's added up and it's a toll on me. I don't want to be in pain while I'm retired. That wouldn't be fun. So it's very important to be healthy right now. And basically, I have a lot to be thankful for, just for the fact of going to sport performance. They've been a huge help. So basically, what the biggest problem was, like, I live in Florida and there's really no physical therapists here. They're here, but they're basically like trial and error. I couldn't find anybody to do physical therapy. Nobody wanted to get you fixed right away. They wanted to milk it. Try this, try that. And I got to the certain point where I was like, this is craziness. And then I finally saw a video that Ed and Scott were talking about physical therapy. And I saw the post about sport performance. And I was like, I got to check this place out. So basically, I made an appointment, came down, and it was probably the best physical therapy appointment I've had in probably 4 or 5 years. I went down there. Basically, I visited with you guys before my next treatment at CPI. And they basically checked me all out, so they knew what I was dealing with before I did the injections, and they knew what to expect afterwards. But they had me totally mapped out, and they had everything diagnosed, so they knew exactly what I needed and what direction and what procedures and what I needed to do for basically getting better, like just for physical therapy. So basically, also being anywhere in the United States, may that be doctors or physical therapists, they were afraid to work with people that had done stem cell therapy. So they didn't know if they were going to injure or damage. They didn't want to be responsible for it. So they weren't familiar with it. And they just basically just wanted to just feel it out and just milk it out. And you weren't really getting any relief. All you're doing is just paying out money. So the benefit of dealing with sports performance is basically you go there, they understand the whole process, they understand what the stem cells do, and they know how to get you to the finish line and just go through the stepping process, knowing what you need to get done to basically get back to the full action in life, I guess. The most helpful part about the whole program is basically having a knowledgeable physical therapist that actually knows what they're talking about, and they understand the anatomy of the body, how the tissues are attached. And I thought it was too good to be true, because basically they had everything mapped out. And then basically they give you everything that you're supposed to do. Everything's itemized out for the whole week. And then every 2 weeks you do your Zoom call. And I was like, how's this going to work? And it was right on the money every single time. If you told me you're hurting somewhere and you explained it, they knew exactly what needed to be done. And basically you moved forward, and it was like you got relief right away. It was great. So the benefits basically are instant. So when you're working with the physical therapist and stuff like that, you're getting results right away. They're working on specific things, and they're working all the way through. They understand the whole anatomy and stuff like that. But basically before, I wasn't dealing with a physical therapist because I gave up. I couldn't find anybody. I was using YouTube, and you're looking through different doctors and doing different things. But basically, you be working on your lower back, you got a pain in your back, and he's working on your shoulders and mid back, and it relieves everything in your lower back. So it's right away. Jason has been excellent to deal with. He understands everything about it, and it's awesome. It really is. Milestones, I would have to say, I'm walking a lot better. I got better balance. I've gained more muscle. I've gained more strength. Another milestone is I got better range of motion with my lower back. I couldn't literally gyrate. You just want to just literally move your hips and so forth. I've been literally paralyzed a couple of years back from an incident in my truck, and basically you lose all your pelvic floor movement, so you can't even walk or move and stuff like that. So they pinpointed everything and got it all figured out, and it was great. Between that and mixing it up with the stem cells, it's a money maker. Now, I shouldn't say money maker, it's the money shot, because basically you could go do the stem cells, and if you don't do the physical therapy, you're really not complementing it, and you're not doing yourself any justice, really. Well, what I would tell them, anybody that's skeptical about going over there to sports performance, I would say, listen, it's the best place to go to. I've been to a lot of different physical therapists. This is the place to go. They understand the anatomy of the body. They understand the whole process with stem cells, and you can wholeheartedly just trust them. They're not going to string you along. You're going to get results, and you're going to do good. You have to stay on the program, though. If you don't stay on the program, you're not going to do good. So it's a little bit, you got to do it remotely, but you're not going to find a better physical therapist or a better program anywhere else. And I'm traveling from Florida to San Diego. That's a big stretch. You know what I mean? So I haven't found anybody that basically can do what they can do. It's just unbelievable. Oh my gosh. I think anybody would really benefit from sports performance. I think the benefit is all in having a good physical therapist. I'm down in Florida. I got lots of friends that are basically got aches and pains. I'm like, hey, listen, you should get a physical therapist. They're like, oh, I can't find anybody, or they go to a chiropractor, you go do this. I'm like, there's more to it than that, because everything stems from everything's tied in all the way through the whole body. But basically, I think anybody who's got aches and pains, any issues with range of motion, anybody that's doing the stem cells 100%, I tell them to go give you guys a call. But the fact is you guys are so well-rounded. You understand everything that is going on. It's one-stop shop. I don't know. I'd like to say, I'd like to thank you guys for giving me my life back. I really didn't have any hope until I met you guys. I was getting growth, and I was doing well, and I was doing really well with the stem cell therapy, but there was just something missing. And it was so difficult to find anybody that really wanted to put a program together. Everybody was just trying to milk it to a certain extent. From the beginning, when I meet you guys, and then from the time that you're sitting there for the first hour, when you do your first consult, you know that you're going to get results from the beginning to the end. And then within, weeks and months, you see it on a daily basis. And it's like, I was like literally having a hard time going upstairs. Within 4 weeks, you're walking up and down stairs. It's crazy, So it's just all about adapting the tissue, and getting everything to work and tie in together. It's awesome.
Hi, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for my weekly tips on recovering safely to create long-lasting results after stem cell therapy. Thanks, and I'll see you soon.